morning. Good morning. Today is Thursday, January 20 nothing. January 18th. Here's my tie-dye shirt from John Clausen of the Pahrump Valley Times, made by his wife Carla. Does tie-dye. We'll be promoting that on our show. No. So good morning. January, what is that light in the background? There we go. Okay, take 3. Good morning, everyone. Today is January 18th, 2024. Here we are. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning out here in southwestern Nevada, Nye County, Pahrump. This is the Department of Career Services, where our goal is simple. It's to help you get from where you are to someplace better. From point A to point B, A, B, A, B, A, B, from point A to point B on your journey through life. How do we do it? Well, we, people here at the Department of Career Services, we have put together a toolkit of things for you to learn to use, valuable tools. We update the tools every day. We're here every day. We're here to help you build good habits, to watch this, not just this, but just start by watching this and then go to the worksheet, the stuff that's in the description down below, the links down there. While you're down there, you have the instructions on how to do the podcast, do this part of it, but it also has the links to the worksheet that has the tools and how to use the tools. So we provide the tools, we help you learn how to use the tools, we create a system that makes it easy for you to have a routine and then a habit. What you have to do is you have to show up every day and make it part of your routine. Thanks to Randy Bissell for Don Francisco Coffee. You have to show up every day. You have to make it part of your routine. You have to create good, positive habits. Habits are created by routine. What is a habit? Unconscious behavior. Simple way to say it. Unconscious behavior. So do you want to have unconscious behavior that helps you move towards a better future, or unconscious behavior that helps you move away from a better future? Unconscious behavior could be snacking during the day, and then at the end of the year, whoa, I'm 10 pounds heavier. Where'd that come from, right? Or as David Phillips will say, talks about in his TED Talk, down below in the worksheet. Good habits, trying to make a perfect cup of tea or pot of coffee every day, not just trying to make it mediocre, trying to make it better than the day before. That is a good habit. Doing this podcast every day, good habit. All you have to do is replace bad habits with good habits. You don't break a bad habit, you replace it with a better habit. You don't have to take a bad habit and replace it with a good habit. Just replace it with a better habit, better habit, better habit, better habit. And over a period of time, because we've got time is one thing we do have. Some people say we don't have time, but we do have time. We absolutely have time. You can plan something and expect, if you just keep doing it every day, you're going to get better. It's like planting, sowing and reaping. You sow, you cultivate, you do what you need to do, and then one day you get to reap. You don't sow and reap on the same day. You don't sow and reap tomorrow. You've got to go through the process, and it takes time to create habits. The easiest way is through routines. All right, but we're 5 minutes in, and I have only 8 minutes to go before this is over. So let's start with our breathing exercise. You know what? let's do the breathing exercise on your own. So tomorrow I'm going to say, okay, start by doing the breathe. This is the last day to do the breathing exercise because I haven't done it. And we'll do the breathing exercise before that because that takes off about a minute. So let's get started. So starting tomorrow, I'll either say, well, you should have done the breathing exercise, or do it when this is over. We'll add it on to the back end. So we only focus on planning the day, the theme of the day, the tool of the day, etc. Okay? Because time is racing. We have time, it's racing. It's like an escalator that's moving down. We need to be going up, and you can't stop. We have to at least keep pace with the elevator and a little bit more. Or on the Peloton, once you're on the leaderboard, if you don't keep moving up, they're going to pass you. You cannot keep a steady pace because there's always somebody behind you. Somebody starts after you that wants to get to the top of the leaderboard. So even if you just want to stay at position number 52, 69, you want to stay at position 69, you've got to keep moving forward because somebody else is going to jump into that spot and you're going to now be number 70. Got to keep moving forward. Okay, let's go to our worksheet. We might discard some of this also to get it down to 10 minutes. Planning something. Why do we plan? We plan our work and we work our plan because if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. Okay, that's going to be out too. So we're just going to get into the thing. I don't need to repeat what's on the worksheets. Say something great is going to happen to me today. And actually, I had a number of things happen good. Got the grants filed, submitted for Arizona, under the wire, 2 big grants. Boom, pray that those will come in. That was good. Unfortunately, meeting number 1 did not occur. Hopefully it'll be Monday. Next, so we got the grants filed. CUP was issued. Vindication. The CUP was reapproved. 5-0. Not a lot of hullabaloo. So congratulations to Kathy McKenna. No to abuse. The conditional use permit was filed for Rain Man, approved for Rain Man, 2 more years funding to help the widows and women in distress and trouble to move forward. Boom. Good job, Kathy. Number 1. So theme of today, show me what you've got. Copernican Revolution. Copernican Revolution. Who was Copernicus? Nicholas Copernicus was a Catholic cleric who so the belief in the world at that time was the sun went around the earth and the planets, everything revolved around the sun. Why? Because that's what it says in the Bible. But over time, as people start looking out at the sky and noticing things moving and then tracking their movements, they noticed it was complicated. They saw patterns, but then the patterns had problems. So they came up with complicated explanations to explain the problems. And it became more complicated because I think it's the Earth and Mars. The Earth is on a closer orbit to the sun, but if the Earth is in the center, and Mars is going around Earth, it looks like Mars goes backwards for a period of time as the Earth is swinging past Mars, right? It looks like Mars is going backwards. And then once we pass Mars, we notice it's following. So that, of course, in a heliocentric world, that makes sense, right? Mars is here, we're coming this way, we're going to pass it. But if the Earth is in the center and it looks like Mars is passing Earth, it looks like Mars is here, and then it goes here, and then it follows us. Problem. Well, Copernicus came along and provided some truths or some evidence showing, no, wait a second, if we move the sun to the center, everything now becomes simple. Look for the Copernican revolution in your life. You've got all of these problems, it's not working, things aren't working, it's really complicated, it doesn't make sense, it's not working. Figure out your Copernican revolution of the soul. And it could be different for each of us. But if it doesn't make sense, it's probably not because the world doesn't make sense, it's because our view of it, our ideas, our beliefs have one little tiny problem. And with the Copernican revolution, the problem was the belief that the Earth was the center, not the sun. And all of a sudden, when we put the sun in the center, everything, poof, everything becomes simple. And that would be a thing for each of us to do today. Look for the Copernican revolution of the soul. Immanuel Kant did it in philosophy, created his Copernican revolution. The categorical imperative was part of that. And then all of a sudden, everything made sense. So, where are we at? We are at just about time, 6:15. Okay, time to go. Come back tomorrow, do the stuff on the worksheet. Put in the comments one of the things that you did today, one of the things you watched, put it in the comments of the benefit of it, what you got out of it. That's it, no big deal. See you tomorrow. Boom, oops, gotta do this. Boom.